Hi there. I am going to invite my friend Chelsea in just a second, and I am so sorry if I am stumbling around with my words here. I haven't done a Facebook Live in forever. I used to do them literally every day, and like all the interfaces have changed now. I'm literally Googling how do I add someone to my Facebook Live. Isn't that funny? Okay. Give me 1 second. And da, da, da. All right, love it. Okay, so I will invite. Let's see. Hopefully this will work. Hopefully I have not Okay, Chelsea, if you're on, let me know. Hey, Melanie. I'm trying to get unscrewed and actually figure this whole thing out. Hopefully this will be the first time. And I'm also going to turn this into a podcast episode. However, I will edit all of this out. It's seriously been months since I've done a Facebook Live. But my friend Chelsea is going to come on in just a second. And I am so excited because we are going to chat. Chelsea, if you're on, let me know. I don't know what's going on. It's like I've never done this before, you guys. It's crazy. Okay. But in the meantime, while I'm waiting for Chelsea to hop on, I am so excited that you're with me. Like I said, it's been quite a while since I've done a Facebook Live. That doesn't mean anything other than oh, she's here. Okay, great. Wants to join you on video. Let's do this. Bring them on video. Okay, perfect. Okay. Swear to God, I will relearn all the interfaces and we'll make it worth your while. I promise. There she is.
I did it.
Yay, we did it. I was texting you earlier saying it's two old ladies trying to figure out Facebook. And at least that's what I feel like.
Like 5 seconds ago, my phone was upside down. I was like, how do I turn it around?
We've never done this before.
We are.
Okay, friends. So thank you for joining us. We're recording this as a Facebook Live. We are going to also turn this into a podcast. So welcome to all the podcast people. Love you. If you do not know both of us, we'll give you guys just a little bit of an introduction. And then we want to do just a short, little tiny educational thing about network marketing and social selling problems, because we both are in the network marketing, social selling arena, and there is a need for some good quality content out there. So before I dive into that, Chelsea, you and I both live in San Antonio, Texas. Give us just a little bit of an introduction to who you are and how we met and what we're doing.
Awesome. So yeah, we live in San Antonio. So excited to have the sun back. It's a little warm, getting a little too warm.
It's hot. It's hot already. It's okay.
It's better than being in the snow. I will say that. So I am a military wife. I have been married to my husband for, oh gosh, he's the one that can tell you the years. I think 17. I don't know. But we've moved all over the world together. And we have 2 kids. We have a son, Eli, who's going to high school next year. He'll be 14 this week, and a 12-year-old. So I got into network marketing when I had to quit my former and now current career as a photographer. We were moving from Hawaii to Korea. And so I could not continue to photograph families like I had been doing for 4 years, which I loved so much. I loved my business I had started, but there was really no way to do that in Korea. So luckily I had found network marketing, and it really took off in a way that I was able to support my family. I was able to really, we were able to travel and do all the things. And I was like, is this for real? I am making money from my phone in a foreign country. And not just money, but money. I was able to actually make the money that I always thought, as a little girl, I wanted, I wanted to marry a rich man, and I was that rich man. And I was
the rich man.
I know, yes. It was a little what is happening? So it gets such a bad rap, and I am so passionate about teaching people, one, how to do it right, because it gets a bad rap for a good reason often. But so, like, one thing I'm really passionate about is teaching people how to do it right. And the other thing is getting people over themselves to try something that actually really could help them, that could support them, even if it's not a situation where you're going to have to quit your job and like
Yep.
go in all the way and become, the royal princess, purple, whatever rank of your company, like whatever that is. Even if it's not that for you, there is a way that this industry can come in and fill the gaps in. And if you get over that like weird thing that, I get it, but if you try to get over that and open your mind a little bit, we can kind of show you that there are good companies out there, that there are, we've been in companies that are not so great, but we have also found companies that are fantastic. And so we've learned and kind of gone through all the things for you. And so we can kind of show you what to look for. We can teach you how to do it right. And so when Soraya and I met, like she said in her post, it was love at first margarita.
Yeah.
That was so true. So true. It's like a weird first day. I was like, you did this and I did this. And we were just so much alike. And we really started with this vision of we could come together and teach people so much, being from different companies, but with such a long background, showing people how to do it without any kind of agenda. A lot of the times when you get people that are willing to do this, it's like yes, I want to teach you, but you have to join my team so I can
Yeah,
make
but
money
you've
over
got to
you.
do something that like will benefit me.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
So I think this is such a great way to kind of open up kind of everything that we've gone through and kind of teach you kind of what's behind it all. So
Yeah.
that's a little about me. How about you? Your
Okay, I
turn.
love it. Well, first, you left out an important part, and I'm going to brag about you for a second. You're also a published
I
author,
am.
and I actually bought your book before I even met you because it's a great book.
I
So
don't
I
even
didn't
think I knew that.
yeah, no, I did not like buy this book after I met you. I actually bought it before I met you because I had seen you online. I think you were saying this earlier, but we were both in a separate network marketing opportunity, and it was a pretty large company, and so there's like lots of people, and we didn't all know each other, but I knew who you were, and I was like, oh, she's got such a fun vibe, and like you were doing things differently. I was doing things differently. And I think we were kind of over here, and most everybody in the pack was kind of over here doing a different thing. And so when people are doing things differently, I am attracted to that. Like, it's just, I like people who are naturally themselves. I like people who are authentic. And that was you. So, anyways, you're a published author. And we'll get to that here in a second. But yeah, so I was in a network marketing company as well, for those of you guys who don't know me. And I actually just retired from the Army after 23 years, which is crazy. And about 16, 17 years into that journey, I was like, okay, look, I am tired. And the thought of doing this for literally ever, like being in the Army for decades upon decades, and then having to retire from the Army and go into another corporate career and going to some sort of cubicle and being in a high pressure environment where I never see my family. I had just gone through all this Army stuff. Like, I've done combat deployments and trainings and been away from family and loved ones and pets and all that. I was tired of that, and I didn't see myself continuing that on forever. And now, look, to each their own, right? A lot of people love the corporate environment or the high pressure stakes environment. And I did love it to a point, but I got to a point where I was like, I just want to be with my husband and my dogs and rest. Like, I just want to actually get a good night's sleep and do something that I love and be able to wear yoga pants. And so I saw the ability for network marketing to be a vehicle where, after I got out of the Army, that I could do what I wanted. So I knew that I had probably 5, 6 years left in the Army, because I love the Army. So grateful that I did it. This is not like a hating on jobs thing. This was there has to be a next phase in my life type of thing. How do I make money and enjoy myself at the same time? And so I figured that as my years in the Army sunsetted, that I could grow my side income to replace the rest of that. And so it kind of all worked out. I now thankfully am retired from the Army and get to sit here in San Antonio and work from my phone, which is so cliche, but it's actually really lovely. Um, Before the pandemic, not everybody was used to really working online, and I knew that that's kind of what I wanted to do. Now I think it's much more accepted. So that brings us both to the fact that, like, we met here in San Antonio, and we wanted to collaborate on sharing how to do social selling the right way. And you wrote a book about it, And so what we're going to do here on like Mondays and Wednesdays over the next couple weeks, we'll kind of see how it goes, at least a month or two, is to share some things that we think will help you. So if you know someone who might benefit from this and you're watching this, let us know. But Chelsea, the title of this is I Don't Know Where to Start. So I know that you and I both have seen it a million times where people want to make money. They don't have an audience. They're not an influencer. They aren't used to public speaking. Maybe they need money for, I always use this example, like maybe they need extra money for diapers. Maybe they took an extra mortgage on the house over the pandemic. Maybe they got into lots of credit card debt and they just want to make some extra money to get out of that, but they don't really know where to start and they're absolutely freaked out about it. Do you have any kind of words of wisdom or things that you usually tell people who are just starting out?
Yeah. I mean, I think getting started is probably where people fail the most, right? Like it's,
Yeah,
I mean, I
totally.
want to work out, but like getting to the gym that's the problem. Like once you
Yep.
can get to the gym,
Yeah.
you're more likely to work out. So, and it's a real, like, this is really profound, what I'm going to tell you. Unfortunately, it's trademarked. So, but it's just do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's
Nobody's
this
ever heard that
idea,
before.
yeah, like kind of trademarked, but it's this idea of like why are you on this side of it where you're thinking this is what I want, why are you on the dreaming side of it instead of the just do it side of it? And what would that look like if you took the fear of the expectation of whatever is going to happen after that, if you just decided that it was going to happen and you were going to do it and what the next first step is, and why not do it that way? And that's kind of funny because we talked about this and it's like it's not been time, and because you were getting out of the army and all the things are crazy, and then all of a sudden like y'all have no idea. It's just kind of funny, like knowing what we know from like this side of it and then what you guys perceive to be the truth is hysterical to me, because literally it was like this morning, I mean, I am wet. Out of the shower. And I'm like, are we going live? And I've got an eyelash, I've got a makeup, I've got to do all the things, and it's like we just decided to do it today, this morning, and just did the thing.
Yeah. You just
And
do it.
a lot of people would just wait until the right time to get started. Hell, I don't know if this is the right time to get started, but this is the day we're doing it.
Yep.
So I think my biggest advice is just to start.
Yeah. No, I love that. Yeah. You're so right. You and I have a million things going on in our lives already. And we were just like, look, we got to make time to make it happen. So I was Googling how to invite someone on a Facebook Live like 5 minutes ago. Like nothing has to be perfect. And I think that's the biggest thing that I would tell people is you think because you see people that have established businesses and have been in business for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years or more, that that's what you should look like. But we all start somewhere. And this is, again, it's so cliche, but you really just have to fumble around and figure it out. But I will say that the one tip that I want to give people is there's not an incorrect way to start unless you are trying to fake that you are an expert. Like if you come out and you're like, I'm this business boss babe, whatever, like I don't even, that's not something that people want to be anymore. But you know what I mean? Like if I'm this expert at whatever I'm selling or social media or being, in the social selling world, people are going to see right through that. But if you show up and you're like, hey, look, I don't know what I'm doing, and I had to Google how to do a Facebook Live earlier today, and we may or may not succeed at this, but here I am, people will lower their resistance to you. And that's really what we want to do in the concept of marketing is lower that resistance where people aren't like, ew, she's icky. They're like, oh, that's so sweet. I may or may not be interested in what she has, but I love the fact that she's doing that. So.
Yeah, people want to support you. I think that that's something that we always assume people are like out there like waiting to watch us fail and that they like want us to fail. I mean, there may be like 3 people on everybody's planet that may feel that way, but like they don't matter anyway. But most people are like, one, if they're watching to see if you fail, it's because they want to see if it's something they can do too. It's not because they want you to fail. They want to see if this is something doable. So if you got something to do, getting up and doing it is the biggest way to lead other people in how to do it, right?
Yeah.
But most people are out there rooting for you. And if we started looking at our lives as all the people and all the strangers that we've ever met actually being out there to root for us, I think we'd show up different.
Yeah, absolutely. And you put in your book, because I was actually just reading some of the chapters, you wrote down in one of your chapters that network marketing is really just relationship marketing. Like it's just building relationships over time. It's not anything that anyone doesn't already do. You make friends with neighbors, you make friends at the grocery store, you make friends with your kids, football teams, parents. Like we make friends with people. Everybody has the skill set, but for some reason we think that we have to be somebody that we're not to be successful in this business. And I think what you and I have figured out is that the more authentic you are to yourself and the more that you represent your true self on camera or on social media, the more that people will be drawn to you, flaws and all. They will love you for your flaws instead of hate you for them.
I mean, seriously, that's what my whole online brand is.
Yeah.
my whole
Yeah.
freaking mess.
Yeah.
In fact, my
really.
assistant, I have a virtual assistant, and she texted me because she saw your post, and she was like, are you doing a thing? And should I put it on your calendar? It's such a hot mess,
Maybe.
y'all.
I don't know. Maybe we'll figure it out.
She was like, do you need me to remind you? And I was like, probably, but I mean, I don't think Soraya will let me forget.
Okay, so everybody listening and watching, here's the deal. Chelsea and I are going to go live, and we're going to tackle a different topic twice a week, Monday and Wednesdays, 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern. We're going to tackle a different topic. Feel free to share these with your teams, all that good stuff, share the podcast, et cetera, et cetera. But we also are planning a secret project in the background, which has been in the works for a while. I think we dreamed this up like last fall, and we're finally getting to the place where like we have some breathing room to do it. So I'm so excited. And it does have a little bit to do with this great book, just a hint. But really, we see a need in the social selling and network marketing space for the voice of reason. There's a lot of different coaches and people who have achieved high ranks and all this kind of stuff, which, by the way, Chelsea has achieved the top rank in 2 different companies. I, building my business part-time, got to the top 1% in my network marketing company, and I'm still climbing. So like, this is definitely something that you can do. We are not showing up as like, we are the perfect examples of, network marketing perfection. We are not. We are normal people just like you. And we want you to know that if we can do it, you can definitely do it. But we have stumbled along the way quite a few times here and there. We've made some mistakes. We've done all sorts of things wrong, and that just gives us wisdom to share with you. We've also seen lots of people do things right, and we've done some things right. So we want to share all of that with you. So we're going to basically take a different topic every week, and then kind of towards the end we are going to give you an opportunity to work a little bit more closely with us. So if that is something that you want, if you have been looking for some mentorship, if you have been looking for maybe just any kind of assistance to grow your network marketing business, you can go to mavenwaitlist.com. We're not going to tell you all the details, just join the damn waitlist. That's all we're asking. And we will.
We look like spammers. We're not spammers. We're like super cool. So any kind of email you get from us is going to be, well.
And it's like literally us typing the emails too. Yeah. It's us writing the emails. It's not anyone else. So we want to give you a bunch of good content, a bunch of free tips, training, advice, etc. And then at the end, if someone wants to work with us a little bit closer down the road, you will get that opportunity. But in the meantime, we're just going to flood you with like tons of really good content.
I love it.
There you go. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Well, anything else you want to wrap up with?
I don't think so. If you have an idea, like if you have an idea for us, tell us. Like pop it in the comments. Like if there's something that you're struggling with in your own business, with your own team, we would love to answer those questions too. So we have our own agenda, but like we want to be on your agenda. So if you have something that you're like, this is like what I need to know, we don't need to do what we planned. We'll do what you want. So let us know.
If you're struggling with something, if you're up against like a certain barrier, or you're just not feeling it, maybe you're losing motivation, or you're stuck and you don't know how to get unstuck, we are here to help you. So you can either comment below or hit us up in the DMs or the messenger in Facebook.
There's
whatever.
So many ways to get a hold of
email,
smoke
signals, whatever. It doesn't
really anything
matter.
other than just knocking on my door. I think that would freak me out, but otherwise, like, have at it.
Let us know, and we'll create some content for you. So, okay, girl, come back, everybody, and meet us here Wednesday at 3 p.m. Central, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.